Hi, today I want to tell you a story of how I learned how to swim. Now, imagine this, I was 5 years old, super excited because when I saw adults swimming, was mesmerized because I thought they were flying, right? Floating in the water, flying, walking in the water, whatever it is. For me, it looked magical. So one day when my father said, okay, I'm going to teach you how to swim, I was like, amazing, let's do this. So with my expectant eyes, I kept looking at my father. Okay, come on now, tell me how to swim here, teach me how. And we were in this very crowded swimming pool in Jakarta, Indonesia. And my father was like, okay, are you ready? Yes. He picked me up and he just dropped me in the water. I was terrified. I felt like I think I was crying for a little bit until I started to like laughing at the same time because after I was feeling terrified for a while and I started to do well just like anybody would do in that situation, just keep moving everything, things working. I was actually in the water and floating. I was super excited. That just gave me like a good taste of like, oh yeah, I really want to do this. It looks easy. So my parents got me teachers. I started to learn the technique. I master all the styles. And when we're talking about swimming pool in Indonesia, it's not the swimming pool that we have here in the US, right? It's so small. We swam the Olympic size pools. So when I first started to learn how to swim, I had to do it on the width, so the shortest side. So if this is the length, we're doing the width, right? So we have to learn how to swim back and forth, about 82 feet, if I'm not mistaken. And I got everything. I learned everything. I know all the technique. I'm a show off. I always show off like I know how to swim. However, never swim more than the width. And I could probably do like 1 or 2 laps. Then I had to take a long break because I'm, running out of breath and I'm like exhausted, whatnot. And I kept looking at the adults. The adults will swim back and forth laps on the length. So that's about 167 feet, if I'm not mistaken. So I was like, okay, I had to be able to do that. And I kept, asking my teachers to take me to the distance. And they were laughing at me because by the time I reached like maybe a third of the distance, I'm already like, I can do this. I can do this. Let's go back. Few months trying to stretch myself, and probably I get to like 3/4 and I start losing my breath. Still, I couldn't really never do the whole full length until one day, father's friend went to visit with his 2 daughters, and we went to the swimming pool. The daughters start to, and the daughter's probably like a year or 2 years older than me, started to swim for the whole length. I was like, what? They can do that? So I asked, like, how did you, like, where did you learn? And apparently the father is the one who's been coaching them. So I was like, okay, you need to show me how to do this. And he just looking at me, it's like, easy. You got all the technique right. Now let me tweak you. And he gave me instructions that were really easy. Remember to lift up the back of your body, because when apparently when I was swimming, half of my body was doing that. So my feet, like, so if what would be easier? Like if the feet is here, right? So half of my body, the feet is just like paddling, but paddling in an angle compared to paddling when the whole body is straight, give you a different momentum. So when it's the whole body is straight, even with a small movement, I could go further. With a small movement with less energy, I could go further. While before, I will have to paddle extra hard, but because of the position of the body, I'm not moving fast enough. So by the time I reach certain, and because I have to pedal more extra hard to just get into a certain distance, of course I'm already exhausted and running out of breath. So I started to learn, understand, being aware of my body, being aware how I move my body. His whole point, you're not supposed to paddle too hard. You can use your whole body to create momentum so that you can swim with less effort. You can swim the distance without losing your breath. That was a concept. So I took a few more lessons from him, and after that, I was like swimming lapses back and forth for like more than maybe 10 lapses at, that's minimum for me, 10 lapses. And if I'm really pushing myself and like wanting to get the extra exercise, I will go to 20. And I found swimming to be therapeutic. Like that was my meditation. Like I could really quiet my mind. I never lose my breath. I would, once I finished, of course, I felt like tired, but that's because I was training, but not because I was losing my breath in the middle of the swimming. Now, why am I telling you this? And I hope you got entertained, because I found that fascinating. The reason I share you that story is to show you the power of coaching. So if you've been struggling and trying to find a solution to something that you're dealing with your life right now, for example, you're trying to overcome this cycle of burnout, or you're trying to find a solution so that you can live with peace instead of anxiety and stress, or you're trying to be more powerfully confident and be able to make decisions with clarity, without doubt or guilt, and be able to live more with passions and with happiness and joy, find a coach, find a good coach, because I'm sure you have learned everything that you need to learn up to today. However, if you have not been able to integrate what you learn and seeing results in your life, you do need somebody to be able to guide you. I'm going to be doing a little bit of self-promotion here. What differentiate me from other coach is that I am able to see who you are, truly who you are, because my method in coaching is I use tools to see who you are in your highest potential and who you can be and how you can make decisions with clarity and being able to energetically be in alignment with who you are at your highest self, so that you don't question anymore, that whatever that you're stepping in further in your life is exactly who and what you need to be. So there's no really second guessing. There's really no trial and errors. It's all about you seamlessly going through and stepping into who you need to be able to become your true self, that you can live this life with passion that is truly yours, that you can finally find the joy and peace and happiness that you need, instead of continuously looking around and adopting thoughts and teachings here and there, but not being able to fully confidently using it in yourself, and not being able to see the result that you need, because we all want to start enjoying this life. Life is short. So instead of you struggling and trying to figure out alone, find a good coach. Hopefully that will be me. I am having my application open. I know it's going to be open all the time, but what makes it special is that my rates is going up at the end of the month. So if you really are serious about creating change, a lasting change in your life, and being able to finally step into your amazing self, that no longer second guessing, doubting, or feeling guilty or confuse yourself because you have no clarity, then really consider having me as your coach. Application is on the link on my profile. Only do the discovery call when I do see a serious applicants, just because I want to know if you are serious about it, because I'm here to give you 100% of everything that I know, the energy that I have to create this lasting change and transformation that you want. So I hope that you also honor that and come in to want to know the magic that I can share with you, but because you are serious about it as well, because that you want a solution for yourself. And if it's not me, I will be able to gladly to share with you a list of other coaches and hypnotherapists or other healers out there that may be able to help you create that change. So applications and the link on the profile. I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.